Do your neighbors judge you when you run around like a madman to the mailbox? Are you spending the last of your paycheck on a book of stamps? Do you find yourself printing form letters at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, welcome to Autographers Anonymous.
Welcome to Autographers Anonymous, a place where we discuss our addiction to the greatest hobby in the world. Here are your hosts, the Autograph Boss, Stacy Schaefer, the Ghost Man himself, Andy Summers, Jason Inc., Mike, the Godfather, and yours truly, Zane Savage. Before we go forward, guys, no, don't even talk. No talking. This is going straight to Mike. Mike has an announcement. Go ahead, Mike.
All right. We all got dressed up for the occasion, but and if you guys have watched the past couple of shows, I have teased a big announcement as far as autographs right here. As you guys know, I talk about it every show. It's been a work in progress for the last year. I've been doing it full time as a unofficial kind of project, and I'm here to announce that this little binder here, Autographs for a Cure, is now a full-fledged charitable organization. I went ahead and filed the paperwork, and I'm recognized by the IRS and the state of Florida as a charitable organization. So, and I couldn't have done it without the help of some of these guys, Mr. Savage, Mr. Snake, Mr. Scott, and Mr. Summers. Those are your 4 board members of Autographs for a Cure. So thank you guys. If you guys know anything about a charitable organization, you cannot have that without board members. So thank you. I had a very, very generous donation. So was able to file the paperwork, and this is something that I wanted to do to put some legitimacy behind the cause, and all the money now goes back into Autographs for a Cure and towards cancer research. So thank you guys for that.
And with that good news, we'll talk about some more good news, guys. We actually opened up our TTM boxes, some of us. We have public PO boxes that you can actually send to now and get our autograph. Now you're thinking, I don't want to send to like 7 guys to get autographs. That's expensive. We understand. So we actually signed, I think like 300 or something of these 4x6s. So we all have them. And the ones that have addresses public right now on our website, graphersaa.com, you can send to them and they'll send you one of these back, and of course sign whatever you got. So that is actually something we opened up for our off season, so you guys can keep in touch, have some fun, and get some cast signed autographs that went around the United States. Also got some sad news here. Bobby Shantz actually, I think, fell down. What did he break again? Somebody was talking about it.
He broke a hip and an elbow.
Okay, so he broke a hip and an elbow and a fall. I believe he went to a nursing home and came back home. Anyways, there's a big push to send him fan mail right now, just basically getting a get well soon card, stuff like that, with no request. So basically just say thank you for being a titan and TTMing for so many years, being so good to your fans. And don't request anything. If anything, send them a couple bucks probably. So we just wanted to announce that the address is going to be on the same page on Graphers AA. So with all the wildness of the last show of the season, and it also being election night when we recorded, we forgot to mention who won TTM of the week, and that was Money Mike, who won with a David Attenborough that you can see right here. So congratulations, Mike, and we will actually have a video coming up on our YouTube channel, and we'll post it to social media also, declaring the winner of TTM of the season. So look forward to that coming out in the next few days. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to returns. Mike, what you got?
All righty, let's get started here. First and foremost, boom! I got mine. Stack of signed postcards. If you guys want to reach me, just send me a message directly. I don't have my PO box set up. I'm one of the lazy ones.
Not fancy.
Not fancy. A couple purchases. Bought this. It's Matt Lucas, the guy who does the voice for Anakin Skywalker in the Clone Wars. Picked up these 2. Picked up a Richard Petty signed Trex card because it was like 2 for $7. But I got a Temu Shalane. Nice hockey card. That's it for purchases.
It's a very hockey name, too.
Yeah, it is. Some 4x6s real quick. This came in today. Ted Krasinski played Sweet Chuck.
The Unabomber?
Little Sweet Chuck there in the Police Academy movies. Signed a couple. Got a weird one from Patch Adams. Signed my RSVP. Actually sent it back. I don't send these with like postage, so he put his own postage and addressed it to me. Said he's not an autograph guy. He's the doctor that the movie is based off of, Robin Williams. So probably not wanting to send to him, but
He
Patch
does
Adams.
sign books quite a bit. So if you send a book, you're a lot more likely to get an autograph. So
Wrestler, probably don't recognize him from that one. Kevin Sullivan, that's an old pitcher with Jimmy Hart. But he was WCW the Taskmaster. Old promo there, and here's a cool one with the one-man gang. So Kevin Sullivan. She's got some 8x10s coming up, so I'll save that one. NASCAR. Andy, if you come across that game, Bill Elliott.
Good thinking.
Racer, old timer. Signed a couple. An awesome one. I think the other ones are filed, but this is for any Star Wars fans. This is pretty huge because she really doesn't sign. This is Kelly Marie Tran.
yeah, her mailbox probably wasn't very positive for the last few years.
Yeah, played Rose. She jumped off social media because of the backlash, but signed some for me. Those are the 4x6s. Burned through some 8x10s here. These are all autographed for gear stuff. This is Bob Gurr. He's a Disney legend, but he basically helped Walt create all the stuff at Disneyland and Disney World. Pretty much invented the monorail. There's a map of Disneyland, and here's a cool shot of the naked animatronic of Abe Lincoln.
It's weird.
Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. Signed a couple. 96 years old, I believe. Joyce Randolph.
Man, she's
Trixie.
still alive?
She is.
Holy cow.
Still kicking. Honeymooners played Trixie Norton. Still a beautiful signature. Signed a few. Jimmy Craig. Miracle on Ice.
Just can't leave him alone, can you?
Nope. Hitting them back up for the 8x10s.
That was a great picture, that first one.
Yeah, a little art shot.
Yeah.
Stealing somebody's art. Sorry. And the Miracle
Where's
poster. So Scott's there.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it. It was a slow week for TTMs for me. So that'll do it. I'll kick it over to Chase.
All right. Yes, definitely slow mail weeks. I too have some little postcards,
Oh, fancy.
but I also don't have a PO box, so I'll have one soon. We'll see. Start off with some private signings that I have acquired some things from. I got some from ex-Rangers pitcher Darren Oliver. Mike Lavalre. I don't know how you say it. That guy right there. Yeah, that guy.
He's saying it wrong.
Get that one dual sign now. I just need to add Ozzie Smith right there on the corner.
You just missed a signing.
Yeah, I missed it on purpose. It was too rich for my blood. I stick with a little $5-10 guy, like Todd Stottlemyre, So now I'm up to 317 signed cards on that set. So working my way up to Troy's number of his set.
Well, you know what you can do on like Ozzie Smith. You know, Ozzie's up there in price. You could just like send to his like brother or his like son or daughter, because that's what everybody does with Babe Ruth, right? So there you go. You can do your set and have like Ozzie Smith's daughter or brother or something like that.
Maybe if he was no longer living or something, but
it makes sense for people that have been dead for a long time. So,
well, it sends it to Ozzie Smith Jr. and just eliminate the junior part.
There you go. Just erase it.
I
don't know if there's even a junior. I don't know.
Got some Hall of Famer Mike Mussina. One that I was really happy to get Roger or Rogelio Mort, I think that's how you pronounce it, ex-Ranger, has a very interesting story where he was supposed to come out to pitch one game and didn't show up. He was there at the stadium. They went in, found him like curled up in a ball, naked in the shower, like bawling, had a meltdown. So
Wow.
definitely a very interesting story. Look it up. I won't go into a whole lot of detail on that one, but
Interesting.
some Toby Harris.
Well, Daryl, let's talk about the Daryl a little bit, right? So, like,
yeah.
Daryl didn't sign for a long time, and he started signing for a fee, and apparently he's doing a lot of private signings now. So, some people are saying he's just being generous because he's done all these signings. He's feeling good about autographs, so maybe that's why he's
Yeah, I was
signing.
just trying to skip over that because I may need
It was
to
kind of surprising to see that.
send
he's
another one out.
signed for free now.
Oh, so you didn't want to promote it? Never mind. Daryl Evans didn't happen. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. I got added Toby Terrell on my Rangers coach card, so now I got 3 on there. I don't know, but so I'm looking for the other 3 guys. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Let's go with Scott.
All right. So I got to do my Don Wassies. Here's a 66 tops, 66 OPG, 61 post. So those are all purchases because
That's awesome.
He's dead.
Yes.
And then speaking of autographs for Cure, I've got 3 going to Michael that will be for sale soon. This is my Dick Groat doodle.
Whipping out your Dick Groat.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
My Bill Verdon doodle. And Ralph Terry doodle.
Awesome.
Nice.
Dick Groat, by the way, has just a great sports story all around. If you guys haven't looked into Dick Groat, you should look him up and see what all he did. He didn't just play baseball. Is that it, Scott?
That's it for me.
Oh, okay. That was short and sweet. Who you throwing it to?
I'll throw it to Andy.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'm going to start off with a couple cards and move on to the pitches. 4 of 4 from actually a surprise lost person. Michelle Rodriguez signed 4 of 4, which I had sent to her plenty of times,
Wow.
never heard anything. And
Nice.
when those arrived, I was actually really surprised.
Well, let me see that signature because it looks very
It is
simple.
crappy. It's just
Yeah.
an MR.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And they're all, she actually, instead of MR, she wrote like Mary. It kind of looks like, but it's
Yeah.
MR. My first time ever sending to Slovakia. I'm not going to even pronounce the basketball guy's name. I don't know. Played for the Celtics, but I
So
thought
you sent that to Slovakia?
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, I totally forgot about it, and I saw the stamp. I have no clue what the stamps were. Then I had to look it up. But yeah,
So I think you probably sent it to Florida. There was an address in Florida,
Yeah,
and then they forwarded it as mail, or did you actually send it to Slovakia?
Slovakia.
Wow.
I
Okay.
found
I've been
another
seeing
address,
it-
some weird place, and yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing it. People sending it to Florida and then coming back from Slovakia.
Yeah. No, there's an address out there. Get it. Do your
Well,
research,
yeah,
people.
but it's cheaper to send it. To
Yeah.
Well, no, it is. Well,
Well, it's
yeah,
more
it's
likely to get
BLE.
signed if you send it to Slovakia.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Now on to LPGA great Annika Sorensen, signed 202.
Dude, Andy, clean it up.
Another great Kerry Webb. Winger, guitarist Reb Beach, signed 404. And Joey Belladonna from Anthrax. Signed those. Now on to a couple of pitches. I don't know if you ever heard this guy. His name is Bob Gar. I don't know.
Oh.
Someone else got him in lately.
Yeah, you don't have those fancy
the man
stickers on
on.
there, though.
Did you get the naked Dave Lincoln?
I did not. But I got a monorail picture. Is that
I actually got that Haunted Mansion one. That's the one I kept.
got? All right. Henry Winkler. I know we talked about him. He's signing gold, which smudged. He's a little 4x4s. When I cropped the pictures, this is the recommended size on these, and I didn't want to look for new ones.
Mhm.
But he did sign his Emmy one, and he wrote, "What a night."
Did you say 4x4?
They are 4x4.
I didn't even know that
I
was
did.
an option.
It's not
He's
when
starting.
cut
He's
them.
starting another
It's-
trend.
Did you cut those down? You said.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cut them
Look
down.
at that.
Gonna put it in his
4x4.
wallet.
See the size difference? Yeah. Put it next to my kids.
And for my last binder to show you guys, takes out.
Hey, I'm still working on the Crofton part.
He's a trendsetter.
All right. Move on here. Sally Dreyer, who was the voice of Lucy in the Peanuts, had to get her pulling the football away. There she is. And yes, I properly cropped this one because they cut off the
I
time.
still see red on
I know
two
there's a little
sides. I don't
edge there,
think that's a
but-
proper crop, sir.
I'm working on it. I'm getting
I would
better
call
at
that
it.
an improper crop, if anything.
Yeah. All right. Jocko Wilkin, who is the Navy SEAL Team 3 member. He's a podcaster now. But, I love sending it to military guys, so that popped up. All right, skipping this one. William Devine from Bad News Bears 2. Played the father. There he is. And our joke whenever our kids play really bad at baseball, we say the back of their shirt always says Chico's bail bonds. Only half the people ever get that. This one came from England. Stephen Burkoff from Rambo 2. And one of my favorite Octopussy, one of my favorite James Bond movies. And this is another 4x4.
For your wallet.
For you poker fans, Greg Rayner, who is known as Fossil Man because he wore the fossil glasses. Here's the picture of him in the glasses. Sent a nice note, and he sent me a signed poker chip with his picture on it.
Looking
As the
dreamy.
boss is about to keel over.
He's getting choked up about that.
I know. It's
You really like
man,
those glasses. Those are pretty cool glasses. Yeah.
the guy won the tournament like 16 years ago. Calm down.
A different
All right.
time with frosted tips and puka necklaces. Let it go.
Couple more. Robert Clary from one of my favorite shows growing up, Hogan's Heroes. He played LeBeau.
Went down the wrong pipe.
There he is. There, and there he is with Hogan and Colonel Clink. Susan Shepard, who was Carmela's mother on The Sopranos, but she signed them all in the back, which is, everyone knows, is my pet peeve that I can't stand.
She right on the back there.
Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for your kind letter. Yeah, well, my kind letter says sign the front.
This podcast is brought to you by the hat that we sell in our store. Collectors are a-holes. You can go buy that at graphersaa.com.
No, but I
Also a
do.
mug.
I never say sign the front, but I think it's just looks better and it's just automatic.
How dare she?
Yeah, I know, huh? I might send them back to her. Hamilton Mitchell, who was in Caddyshack. He was this guy right over here, and he was one of the caddies near the end.
And somebody was going through like an 80s flashback phase there for a week, huh?
Oh, I'm not done here yet. Ed Williams, who wrote me a nice letter, but he was forget his name. Oh, Ted Olson from Naked Gun. He was the guy that was in the lab making all the inventions.
Looks like Lute Olson.
Right there. And again, he signed the back. Yep, couple more. Caddyshack return. Brian Doyle Murray. I
Oh,
think-
Bill
was
Murray's
it
brother.
Bill Murray's half brother or
Something like
brother?
that. I don't know. I know he's related.
From
Yeah.
Groundhog's Day,
It looks like Bill Murray
And-
ate like a million sandwiches. You get burned.
Christmas Vacation. I
Me.
requested Lou Holtz to sign my play sketch. I got a note back from his secretary that he does not draw sketches, so he sent me a play like a champion today, 10x8.
You're lucky you got that.
Yeah, actually, I was going through Steiner, and they're actually selling that same picture for like $1.50 on there. So, and two more. Robert Fanunco. Yeah, I said that. He played Eugene on The Sopranos.
I have to bleep you out again.
There he is. Let's get that. And he sent me a couple 8x10s. There he is. There he is playing pool.
It's a thick Sharpie.
And yeah, he's changed Sharpies all through all these, which is nice.
Sure, that's not a blown up 4x4 to an 8x8.
No, it's a 10x8. All right. Troy Evans. He's been in a lot of things, but he was on ER, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective,
Oh, that guy.
and another 4x4 of multiple things he was in.
Oh. That'll be the fifth one in
And
your wallet.
It's my wallet's like this thick now with all these. And finally, the last one, Debbie Storm, who played Molly Weber on the Brady Bunch. There she is as the ugly duckling on there. This is what you consider 70s hot. She sent me a long letter. I had actually sent to her one other time, and she moved, so I sent it to her mother's house, who's in her 90s, and actually got a return within about 10 days. She sent me this picture of her through it, and she sent me a signed script, which is full script. I mean, it's a copy of it because all the pencil marks in it are, obviously copies, but it was just cool to get her script that the episode she was in. Let's go with, the boss, since he's been here a lot longer.
All right, boss. Yeah. What did you get, buddy?
Actually, I did get 6 in this week, believe it or not.
Wow.
30 I sent out. All right.
They were all to Carl Erskine.
As I drop them all on the ground. God bless.
Oh my goodness, this is so staying in.
I dropped a 4x4 the other day. I couldn't find it for like a week.
So I got Vera Miles in. She signed a couple 4x6s.
She's another one I'm surprised still alive.
These were the first 2 that actually I got back. This is Linda Harrison, Nova in Original Planet of the Apes. And
That's 70s hot, Andy.
right
I was
there.
gonna say Molly Parker.
And she sent like a little card that says Bravo on it, and she signed the inside with a heart.
Nice.
And dated it.
Have you warned your mailman that you're gonna get a boatload of envelopes now?
Well, you know what I was gonna do, because my mailman, anything that's like 8x10 size, she folds. So that, I'm not sending 8x10s out just for that reason, because she folds everything. So these are fine. I see her every now and then, so I could just tell her, hey, don't bend my mail, but it's all right. I'm not gonna be sending 8x10s out anytime soon. Yep. I got these 4 back today, Sean Cunningham. And this one, which he actually signed and signed his full name on the bottom.
Was he a producer or something like that?
Yeah, Friday 13th.
Yeah, director.
Well, okay.
What else did I get in? Oh, this one, Bobby Knight. And got Olympia Dukakis in. Signed 2.
Nice. She's another one, man. She's underestimated on signing. She signs like 100%, and like she just doesn't get as many as Betty White and those other people, but she's a great signer.
See, and the people I wrote to
get now.
The people I wrote to were people you
already knew.
Wrote to years ago, and so just how I'm getting started back up.
Smart move.
Jeb Bush, and this one got smudged to hell, but it is what it is.
But yeah, that Jeb Bush, those were crazy high back in the day. Whenever I was selling them when he was running, they went from like $500 for a limited edition book to afterwards you could buy them for like $30. So big swing on his stuff. Go ahead.
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, that's it. Okay, yeah, but that's pretty good, dude, for your like first couple weeks back.
Like I said, I was trying to write the people I knew I'd have successes with, and but
solid. All right, Stacy, I think you're the last one for me. So,
are you guys ready for this?
Not really, because I saw a big stack. I'm worried.
It's time for Mike to take a nap.
Uh-oh.
No, I tried to cut it down. I'm gonna go through.
I tried to cut it down.
I'm gonna go through TTMs here quick first. I'm gonna try to show off. I got into the habit when I started sending stuff off again to send index cards and try to. I asked for sketches or artwork, so I'm going to try to just show some of that stuff off. First one up is Sab Shimano. I'll show the photos too, but one from Avatar. Then he did 2 sketches. It's like flowers. They're supposed to be flowers or plants or something.
Oh, that's cool.
Randall Kleiser, who is the director of Grease. I think Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. There's the photos. And then he did a little sketch on there.
Oh, that's cool.
Next up, Peter Renaday. Splinter on the Turtles. 2 photos. And then did a sketch of Popeye and wrote, "This is the first comic character I tried to draw."
Oh, that's cool.
So that's let's see. Kathy Kirsch signed 2 of 2 from the Batman TV show.
Now, did you specifically request the sketch?
Yep, I just asked, and I decided if they had time, it'd be appreciative.
Gotcha.
And I'm probably doing, I don't know, 50-50 with it so far. Better than I thought I would.
That used to be Andy's rate too.
She
No, on his not like never mind. I was talking about like on your sketches, like your weird sketch stuff, your rate was like 50-50 for a while.
She did a couple. This one, just best regards, Kathy Kirsch. Her character name on Batman. The little cat looks like. Then she drew some mountains and said, "Guess I want to ski."
Nice mountains.
Um,
Those are the Tetons.
Larry Kenny, 2 of 2. Couple of quick there.
Oh, okay. I thought that was his sketch. I was like, that's amazing.
No, then he did a
Frame.
he did a quick sketch of a house.
Did you tell him to sketch like
I know.
anything they want?
Yeah, I just said whatever.
Hey, draw something. His mountains,
Some of
there's a
it's like-
house, there's a cat. Like,
Some of it I know. And then here's Lynn Shane signed 2 of 2.
if I open that mail, I'm like skipping the page. I'm like, what the hell did they draw this time?
And then she just, this is what she included.
Oh man. Oh, okay. There's.
I got this in today. Joe Alves, who was he created the shark in Jaws. But he did a pretty cool sketch of the shark.
Bruce. The
Bruce,
shark's name is
yeah.
Bruce.
Bruce. Louise Fletcher. I'll just show the sketch that she did. Another house and tree. Let's see.
The House
Barbara-
and Tree Museum. By Stacey Schaefer.
Barbara Feldon from Get Smart. This is what she included.
Dude, what's up with the pink index cards?
Actually, yeah. What's going on there, Stacey?
I don't know.
And Scott down there with the professional, I was going, this stuff sucks. They can't draw for anything.
This one is pretty cool. Jerry Eisenberg. There's the photos he signed. But his sketch is pretty awesome.
Nice.
Oh, so that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you sent it to an artist, so you know
Yeah,
it's
that
gonna
makes-
look good.
A couple that didn't come with sketches, but I got Ed Zwick
Stephen
back.
Hawking.
No. And then Amy Smart.
Yeah, I can't believe she's signing. That'd be an interesting one to look at. Because
It's through her winery she has.
Gotcha. But that's
It's in
still she's
Michigan
pretty
somewhere.
big name.
Sketch back from Tad Stones. Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh, switch to green.
I know. Change it up.
Poor camera's trying to adjust, but
Ken Jennings.
Nice.
All right, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Nice self-portrait is pretty good.
These were a couple I got back a while ago. I don't think I ever showed, but Greg Berg, Turtles.
Hasn't been on any shows. I don't know.
I know.
I know.
I just
Francis Ford Coppola.
that one's I'm gonna go steal that one. I want to.
I might get that on. Like last show I was on, I didn't show these. Yeah, 3 years ago.
Bruce Boxleitner signed 2 of 2. There's
Ooh.
Tron.
Yep.
And he's going in a spaceship. All right, and then the last of these is coming back from Jessica Borowski. I think that's how you say her name. She is another artist. She's worked with Looney Tunes quite a bit. But her sketch is pretty sweet too. Actually, she did 2 of them.
Nice. That looks good.
Yep.
And then she did.
So you're gonna open up an Instagram called Stacy's Silly Sketches, aren't you?
Oh crap! There is one more of these. Tommy Chong.
Oh, this,
Ooh.
this is gonna be good.
Hey, his sketch is good. Just a reminder. Come on, wear a mask.
That's good.
All right, that's the TTMs. I'll do a few quick purchases here. 11 by 14s. Mark Paul Gosselaar. I don't know how well these are going to show.
Is that hanging above your bed?
No.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx.
Good picture. That's cool. That's nice.
Devin Sawa from Idle Hands.
What's the? Oh, is his name?
Yeah, Anton. And then Sarah Michelle Gellar, Star Wars.
How do you get Sarah Michelle Gellar and not get a Buffy item?
Because that was cheap. That was like $40.
Ah, that makes sense.
I'm not sure how well this will show up. Jennifer Love Hewitt. That was from a private signing from Zobi. And then 2 books to end it. Picked up Sesame Street book, and it is signed by, everything falls out, Carol Spinney.
Very nice.
And then the last one, got one of these back again finally. With the Hefner booklet.
Project Playboy begins again.
And that's it.
That's it. All right. So, wow. We have taken up so much time with returns. I'll get through mine as fast as possible here. I'll try, guys. So, I got 9 returns in this week. So, we'll start out with Mr. Frank Tanana, TTM legend. Also got Bill Lee. I've seen a lot of people get that back, so he must have just signed a bunch at once. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, which is Bill Elliott, and also signed a card with the sun in it, so that's going to be sent off to get dual signed. Also got Don Sutton, 5 per, just crazy deal for a Hall of Famer. And we did the case against him, and we thought the stuff looked good. So, also got Richard Petty, another TTM, just like Hall of Fame, like Mount Rushmore, the TTM Mount Rushmore. He's definitely on it. Also got Ursula, Pat Carroll. She only signs 1 per now, so had this trading card signed. These are getting shipped pretty bad in the mail, so I'm gonna have to send a card saver from now on. Got Bach Trebek, signed a custom that I actually made. This is a different kind of custom than that other card, and it held up pretty good. So Alex Trebek, but he's not signing anymore. So just so you guys know. My White Whale, Bill Mazeroski. Just I've been trying to get him for years and years and years. Finally, well, I got an RTS a couple weeks ago, and then I did another little trick, and he finally signed for me. So that was like 15 years in the making. But more important than that, I got a picture of Ron Gant as a butterfly put on a trading card and signed by him. So suspicious butterfly Gant has to be the best get TTM. Just a legendary card. So okay. So that's what I got, and so we're gonna move on to Market Watch. What you got, Mikey?
Boom, market report. I don't have a real theme this week since it's the last show, so I thought I'd just go to eBay and type in autograph and see what sold. See,
Going wacky.
Yeah. So that's all I did. Typed in autograph, and these are just what's been selling. And it's all stuff we've talked about, in previous shows. And there's stuff out there you guys can get. Dave Justice, we've talked about Pass Pros. He is now part of Pass Pros. So if you want to pick something up, you can either pay a fee or find something on eBay. Get a Coke can with that one.
Yeah, with a lot of these, I'll say with a lot of these private signings and stuff, Going to eBay is sometimes just the easiest choice, especially if it's somebody that's not highly forged. So with the fees going up on the private signings, I think more people are going to eBay for cards that are signed.
I think we've talked about box breaks a little bit. You get in on some stuff on eBay. Here's somebody doing a box break signed mini helmet, probably won the LA Rams, get a chance for $8. We've talked about cards exploding in the pandemic. This is why, chance at a 2006 Fleer Ultra doesn't seem like much back in the day, but now they're selling for $15 for a chance at a Jeter, Verlander, Griffey, Relic, autograph, possibly. Legends in country music, Dolly Parton, $50. Next one's down. You can use eBay, to find people to send to you also, but here's some pack pulled stuff. Hockey, nice patch card. I use it for stuff like this. I have no idea who Albert Sacco is. Apparently NASA. Most people probably don't know who he is, but if I saw the name, I'd look it up on Star Tiger. So apparently somebody sent to him 4x6 that screams TTM. So
Way too big of a picture.
If you see any 4x4s, they're from Andy Summers. Again, box breaks are all over eBay. You can get in on those. Somebody's doing Panini, Buffalo Bills, chance for autographs, relics, more card stuff, Minnie Minoso, autograph baseball. Again, no real theme, just stuff that's selling. Different sports, some decent money in soccer if you can pull some.
Ooh, that's
some
a bad
name.
Kirby. That's a bad.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at.
Well,
That
that's
shouldn't have been sold.
So
Or
like
bought.
we should
Yeah,
say
it's still
like
out there.
oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say that eBay has cleaned up its act a lot on forgeries. So just because we spot a few forgeries in there, it's gonna happen. But them compared to some of the other marketplaces like Macari's going nuts with forgeries right now. It's insane. So
So yeah, be mindful, because that's, if you look at the bottom one too. I'm guessing this is probably 90% fake. The Sean Connery.
I mean, unless it was in person and he was falling down or something.
Come on,
Yeah.
the pocket says 100% on that thing. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
well,
And it's a signed document.
Yeah,
There's
the
a
Sean
COA
Connery
with the Connery.
Yeah, Sean Connery comes with a COA, so it's legit. So
Yeah.
just be mindful. You guys have listened to us enough that be smart out there. I don't know if you do this set at all, Zane. Retired signatures looks like right up your alley with something.
Looks it's not the exact design, I don't think, of one of the old ones though, so I can't use it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Picky.
Set collectors are out there, so you guys that are doing TTMs and have extras, throw them on eBay. Somebody's looking for an 87 tops Bip Roberts or an 87 tops Mike Moore. Not big names, but Mike Moore pulled in $15. So
well, and like Bip Roberts charges like 20 or 25 through Pass Pros. So if somebody needed that card for their set, it makes sense to buy it online if it looks good. So,
and there is a Mike Moore signing coming up, by the way, too.
Well,
Yeah.
Of course there is. Everyone's doing a private signing, but
Yep.
And he's cheaper than that, I believe. I think he's
Yeah, I think he's
12
$12.
Yeah.
Pulled this one up because the LeBron James, be on the lookout for this. Obviously the price, but if it says read description, here's the description. I bought it as a huge sports lot, whatever, auction, state sale. I mean, it just screams red flag. This is sold as is. If you ever see that, just walk away. You're not going to get a LeBron James card for $127
$5 shipping.
Yeah, and $5 shipping, but red flags, just walk away. Here's something, Zane, that's an 85 tops.
That would work perfectly.
There you go. So those are out there. Dale Murphy, I think he stopped signing, or he takes what, Andy, nine years to send stuff back.
Mine was 17 years.
We've talked about Willie Nelson on past shows.
That's
it is, but just he's definitely getting up there in age. You got power sellers like Mill Creek, just be mindful if you sell something of theirs and it doesn't have their sticker on them, they'll red flag it because they're like that. But whatever. They have exclusive deals with people. Leon Lett, if you guys watch sports, this was a famous play. You could buy that and send it off to Don Beebe and get a dual signed of a very infamous play in Super Bowl history.
That's a pretty good steal on Mickey Mantle there.
Yeah.
Again, read description, red flag, walk away. That's
blue light special from Kmart.
Are you is that 18 people bid on that?
Yes.
Yep.
18 bids.
Yep.
If you pull any 1-on-ones, who was the Kardashian? Rob Kardashian just pulled a 1-on-1 Tom Brady and posted the video on social networks, and it's like $100,000 card or whatever. But anyways, $650 for Mark McGuire. Last one.
Those patches are faked a lot too. That may be fake too.
Yeah. Just thank you guys for the season. That's all I got for market report this week.
Well, thank you, Mike.
Wow, I know. Jeez.
Yeah, so heartfelt. I
Yeah.
like it. Via venue report time. What you got for us, JC?
Well, actually, there's a few conventions coming up, but I'm not really going to talk about those because, with this next surge of pandemic coming around,
Yeah,
they're probably not going to. They're probably going to be canceled. So, one of the little plug, one of the private signing groups that I go through, the Trove Sports Den,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's .com.
Yep.
They have over 30 guys going to be signing here the 1st of December. You got to get their cards or whatever you want signed in by, I think, the 24th of November. So you get a little bit of time, but there's, like I said, there's over 30 guys and they're adding as they go. But yeah, there's a private signing with Married with Children cast coming up, Pee Wee Herman. There's a Scarface cast signing coming up. And if you're a Harry Potter fan, like Mike, he's down that way on my screen. I don't know where he is on y'all's, but there's also a signing coming up with the Green Guts Goblins. So there's like 4 or 5 goblins from Harry Potter movies that are doing a signing. So
is Pacino in that Scarface signing?
No, he's not. But there's like, I think 5 or 6 other guys. I don't know.
Is Warwick Davis one of the Green Guts signers?
He is not one of them, but he's pretty easy to get. So I think the people did a signing with him recently. So I think they're just adding the other ones in there.
Where are those? Where's the Married with Their Children ones? Is that OCC?
I'd have to go look it up.
It's East. Is it East Coast?
Yeah, I think it's East Coast actually.
Yeah, East Coast.
I know OCC is doing one with them too.
Too many damn promotions to keep track of. All right. So those are the private signings, guys. Go check them out. Like there's the baseball signing group on Facebook is a great place. Sports Card Forum, if you're a part of that, they also have a list there. All right. We're going to move on to the topic, which is a year in review. So this is the end of our second season. And it's gone great. We've made some changes. We had new people come in. The show is growing, and we're just having a great time with it. And we kind of want to go back and see how our TTMs went this year, because we think we all had surprises and we all had letdowns. So the first subtopic is, what did you get back that you kind of expected, but it's pretty cool? Just like kind of one of those mid things. You kind of knew you're going to get it back, but still when you got it in, it was something special. Mike.
This year,
just a couple off the top of your head.
Yeah, completed the 1980 Miracle on Ice team. I expected to get. There was only one real surprise, but to finish that off, was pretty awesome. So,
Chase.
One that I got back that I thought was really cool was with Wally Funk. She's a space/aviation pioneer, and actually she gave me her phone number and wanted me to call her, which I felt very odd and nervous about, so I did not do that. I still may later, I don't know. I got this one back here. It's kind of cool. I'll show you. Sent it to Bill Snooty, and he happened to be like, he's friend Harry Reid was over at the same time, so he had him sign it as well. So they both worked on the Apollo rockets and Gemini rockets and things. So
Cool.
those are some that I was really happy to get back.
A couple, I maybe Dean Kamen. Like I saw that he signed a lot at conferences and stuff, but didn't see any TTM stuff. So I figured if not a lot of people are writing to him, if I sent a good letter, he'd probably sign, and he did. He's the guy that invented the Segway, and also got the inventor of the N95 mask. And that one, I had seen several people get stuff back, but gave it a shot and got it back. And it's such a timely card to get signed now. I should have had him at 2020, but how about you, Stacy? Well, you got any stuff that kind of stands out? Just kind of good stuff that you got back you expected.
Probably Frank Darabont. Sent him probably, I think it was DVD covers or Blu-ray covers. Got those back. He sent me a letter, told me to write him back with my physical address because he wanted to FedEx me something. So I sent back, and about 7 days later, FedEx showed up. 2 packages from him. One was a full-size 27 by 40 double-sided Shawshank Redemption movie poster signed. And then he also sent me a limited edition of his book that he wrote, his novel.
We'll move on to Scott.
Probably Morgana was my favorite one this year.
Oh, yeah, that one was good.
It was a dual signed art piece with Len Barker, and I had Len Barker at an in-person signing, and she kind of teased me a little bit and took a few months to get it back. So I was pretty excited when I got that one back.
Totally.
She's doing a private signing coming up.
Oh,
but
really?
not a private signing, so let me get that correct.
Andy?
As a big surprise, one of them was the FedEx package I got from Luke Atkins, which is right over here. The guy that jumped out of the plane with no parachute and landed in the net. He sent me that giant metal sign that's just kind of resting. I've been thinking about what the hell I'm going to hang it up, but getting that Andy card, unfortunately 9/11 picture back, which I framed, which I was picking out a spot, which is over that way. 2 others I'm really glad at. Jane Rosenberg, the New York City courtroom artist. She signed all her sketches or pictures of the sketches. Too bad they kind of smudged a little, but it's just something different.
Get your hat out. Where's my hat?
And my other one,
Andy, I'm just ordered photos for him. I'm gonna try to see if she'll do a sketch, and then she'll send me a sketch.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'll tell you right where to send it to. So,
okay.
And the other one is that Mikey got to in Lancito. I'm glad he decided to start signing for the public now that he's retired as a judge, because I think I'm going to start sending to a lot of the OJ trial people.
Yeah, that's a very big piece of our history.
Yeah, I did most of the attorneys. Now I'm doing a few of the witnesses.
Oh,
finding
nice.
Pitches is a little pain, but
his search history is a mess, folks. We're gonna, since Jeremy's only been doing this for like 2 weeks, we're gonna skip him on this.
Yeah, I got nothing.
So
you got 6 in, pick one.
Yeah, let me close my eyes.
What are some, just off the top of your head, like some of the ones you just weren't expecting? As throwing a Hail Mary down the field and you get it back. What were some of the best ones you guys got this year?
I'd say Keith Hernandez on a Indians card.
That was a big one. That's a really good one.
Actually, 2 Indians cards, but that's.
Anybody else?
Sandy Koufax.
Yeah, Brian. Stacy, you got one?
I'm gonna say Coppola because he's so hit and miss now.
Yeah, Coppola, that one's awesome. Scott.
Bruce Sutter, I think.
Yeah, that one is. He changed his signature so much. I can't get over that. His entire handwriting changed almost over the last 10 years.
Yeah, that was for one of Caleb's contests, and that's kind of just threw it out there and got it back.
Actually, in my store right now, if you want to look, there's a card that is an official card that was in PAX, but he didn't sign it. He put screwed up on it. And
I go send it to him.
I'm not going to send it to him because I'll ruin the card. It's like one of the only cards that's certified that, doesn't have a signature on it, but screwed up is written on it.
Yeah. 2 actually surprises was Bill Mazeroski.
You stole my Maz, man. That was mine. My Maz I got back.
Yeah.
I've been trying for years and years.
Been trying for years for him, and I finally got through to him.
Right. Let's move on to never got back. So these are the ones you thought you were going to get back or had hopes to get them back, and they're just gone so far. There's always next year, I guess.
95% of my spring trainings.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Spring training and all Broadway stuff from January and February.
Yeah. So the COVID stuff, the stuff that's around COVID. Yeah. Long Gone has to be mine. I mean, I need so many heritage cards.
You still haven't got that back yet?
Wow.
No. So I'm
Well,
like the
you
only
know.
person ever not to get Juan Gonzalez back. So
Ryan Sandberg still hasn't sent. I sent it twice with cash, nothing.
I don't know.
So-
Maybe I should send for you and you should send for me. We'll fix it.
I've been trying to get the guy that played El Guapo in Three Amigos. He's my white whale, but I've exhausted every address. So
That would be interesting if we all wrote to each other's white whales and see what saw what happened. And if the other person gets yours back, then you get it. Interesting, huh? All right. So these are the no-nos. Okay. What have we learned not to do this year? I think the
I got
number
one.
one is share on social media. What you think?
Don't send the female wrestlers home addresses.
Any other no-nos?
Yeah, take your time when cropping pitches. Take it.
Don't-
Don't
don't make up
rush
your own
through it and say,
sizes.
"Yeah, it looks fine." Yeah.
4x4s just don't sell well on eBay.
Watch out for
we'll just
the,
call those the Andy Summers.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the giveaway winner. Who won? We gave away this Lou Brock signed hat right here and had several entries. And the winner is 3.14 graphs. Congratulations, 3.14 graphs. You have won the Lou Brock hat. We'll message you and get your info and get that out to you ASAP. Now it's time for the case against.
The case against.
This is the case against Jason Alexander and Christopher Plummer.
All right, here we go. Jason Alexander. Yes, his middle name is Jason. I have no idea.
That's a good one.
Seinfeld, George Costanza, been a really good signer. So started with, let's see, this is PSA DNA. Nice sloppy signature. But there's a couple of nice little tells here. I'm not going to focus on the first part, but two little humps here and a nice big, we'll call it the S at the end. That is certified PSA DNA.
Old school.
Old school. Beckett has certified this. The reason I didn't do the first part of the letter, see how this kind of goes this way, bing, bing, bing. Not even close, goes the other way, J.
Yeah.
So this is certified by Beckett, but here are the two tall towers and sloppy into the finishing ginormous S, the Costanza. JSA.
Ooh.
This is one of the few examples of a full Jason first name that I found.
Yeah.
J, kind of like this one a little bit, not like that one. Jason spelled out, but here's the two towers and into the S. So pretty consistent on the Alexander part, completely different on the first parts. Upper deck, certified, pack pulled, much like the first one. So this is a pack pulled certified autograph comparable to the PSA DNA with the kind of, we'll call it the backwards J. And here's the two towers here into the giant S, boom, boom, boom. Now we get into, oh, these kind of look familiar. Like people are making these.
Yeah.
Crazy custom cards sent TTM, but here's the J, much like the Beckett certified card. Jason, not much there, but again, the two towers into the finishing ginormous S. T-Bone. Hey, look at that. It's another custom card. Funny thing is, this goes back to the other one, the kind of backwards J. But there's the two towers, and there's the giant finishing S scribble. Completely different, but same characteristics. Another card, people like making their customs.
Yes, they do.
J, Not much in the Jason. 2 towers, squiggly S finish. This is an 8x10
Oh.
TTM. Twin towers S. J, twin towers, squiggly line S. Let's see. Then just back to the JSA. This is kind of a weird looking backwards S. I don't know what's going on with the front part here, but if you focus on the other tells, the towers into the S, that's pretty consistent.
Yep.
And that's it for Jason Alexander. All I got on that. So I pulled some stuff, a lot of custom TTMs.
Yeah, so he basically had a variation and he switched on his new quicker signature, right? That's basically all it is, the evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you look at the backwards J, it's definitely let's see, this one. I think this is much more time consuming, and like I take my time. When you get into this, I'm signing multiple photos at a time and banging out a quick J, bing, 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 bing. Because you see that I'm not sure where this custom card came from, but most of the custom cards that I found and the photos have the quick J, and then the certified stuff.
Yeah,
I think could be like a sit down type signing.
Right. Or early on. Yeah, I think I agree. I think he just changed the signature over time to make it easier to sign because he's known for signing so well. Yeah, I've seen multiple certified autos of his that like have those same variations. So it's just based on when they were signed, earlier or later. So I'd say definitely authentic, I think. Does everybody agree with that, or does anybody have any thing to say against it?
I think they're legit. I mean,
yeah,
especially that squiggly line at the end. I memean, it's prominent on all of them. So, and the 2 towers.
I didn't see anything that screamed that they were signed by somebody else. It's a messy signature, but the tells are there from, once you get past the J's, and the Alexander part is pretty consistent. So I'm gonna say that they're definitely legit.
And based off the kind of guy he is, I know Chase sent that video of him joking around with a bunch of autograph guys. He just seems like a guy that kind of enjoys, that game of talking to people and seeing where they're from, that kind of thing. So this seems like that kind of guy that would sign too. That helps his case.
Well, the thing is, Chase sent us all a video of Alexander signing IP, and it looks like he's making that backwards J on all the IP is, but he's signing multiple blank white paper, like sheets that people are going to print over, and he had no problem doing it.
Yeah.
And there's I don't know, four guys there, and he's signing 5 or 6 each blank canvases for everyone.
Yep.
So, and that backwards J is definitely dead on.
Yeah, if anybody wants to know, just look up Jason Alexander signing autographs on YouTube. That's all I did.
See, we did our research before this.
So I think we're gonna have to go definitely authentic with everybody, unless anybody has any objections. Okay, so we're saying Jason Alexander is definitely authentic. Now to the plumber. Mike, what you got on Plumber? Christopher Plummer.
Funny thing is, his name is Christopher Plummer, so that's crazy stuff. Christopher Plummer, probably best known for Gone with the Wind, the movie Up. Longtime actor, Hollywood legend. This is an older James Spence certified index card. Nice kind of little thing right here on the C. Keeping that in mind right there. Little loop. Christopher, can't really make it out. Not much on the Plumber, kind of tail on the end. Beckett has certified this. Little Christopher Plummer action here. Best. Nice B there. Keep an eye on, not much of a loop there, kind of, but keep an eye on this little thing right here. Woo, little. We'll call it the chili dip. The Christopher Plummer chili dip right
Looks like
there.
a half a heart. Looks like a half a heart.
Yeah, it does.
But you can almost make out Christopher in the first part a little better on the Plumber, and kind of finishes off with a little squiggly here.
Mm.
This is another Beckett one. This is from the movie Up, so he's a little older in age here. Tried the little loop here, kind of missed a little bit. Christopher loops back around, a little better on the Plumber. No real loop, just kind of tails off, a little loopy there. Missing the chili dip, but it's certified.
No chili dip.
No chili dip. Book, like throwing the books when I can for our friend Mr. Savage. In Spite of Myself, a memoir by Christopher Plummer. Nice loop. Ooh, nice chili dip.
Loop.
Beautiful signature. This has got to be early. Christopher, notice the T is not crossed there. And kind of the slant. Plummer, nicely spelled out and kind of squiggly there on the end. Some nice tells on that one. That's a beautiful signed book. Here is the movie Up. Christopher Plummer spelled out very nicely, very large circle there. Attempted and chili dip not connected. This is not certified. I believe this is TTM. Christopher very spelled out. Plummer very spelled out. No tail, nothing squiggly. To Terry Christopher Plummer, who signed this? Not Christopher Plummer. Attempted circle here, maybe attempted chili dip there, but not connected. Christopher spelled out. The T is crossed. Yeah, this is 100% secretarial. That's why I threw it in there. But this one, excuse me, the reason I put this one in is with the inscriptions. Looks like he tried to sign in pen, but T not crossed. Love. Some nice circles there. Nice circle there, and a chili dip. Christopher Plummer spelled out a little bit on the end there, but that is, I believe, signed by Mr. Plummer. This one is a TTM.
Mm-hmm.
Little loop there, little chili dip. Christopher crossed the T, but nice angle on that one. Plummer on the end. We'll come back to that one, get everyone's opinion on that.
Yeah, you'll get it.
Let's see. Christopher Plummer looks like a nice matte piece, not Mr. Savage's.
Nope, mine's better.
Circle on the C, no chili dip, not connected. Plummer spelled out. And another book here, just show circle, chili dip, T, nice angle on that with the squiggly at the end of Plummer. And another matte piece that I found. It says it's personally signed by Christopher Plummer. I don't know. Circle, no chili dip, not connected. Christopher spelled out, cross T, Plummer, and no squiggly there. The reason I pulled this one up, I don't like to do stuff off Star Tiger, but I wanted to pull this one up because it says to Terry, my best, Christopher Plummer. And the reason I pulled this one up, because I enjoy the little circle here, the little chili dip, Christopher Plummer, squiggly line at the end. But to Terry, let's look at this one.
Yep.
Ooh, to Terry, those are completely different signatures. So, okay. So that's what I got for Mr. Plummer.
Here we have one certified auto, right? But you have the loop, and it goes down a little bit, but it's still there, that little dip, chili dip. So with this one, another certified card doesn't have that dip. It also has several variations that were brought up earlier. Again, got the dip on that one and no dip on that one, and then it's the same card. So he definitely has variations of his signature that he does just randomly and sporadically.
Let's get your opinion on this one. This one is definitely TTM.
Right. So, man.
So it's got the chili dip, Christopher Plummer, but no squiggly.
Yeah, those are the ones I do call in question a little bit. If you're gonna say the more modern ones, the ones that aren't as detailed, I would say would be definitely questionable.
Okay.
So I'm not saying all this stuff's authentic.
So this was TTM. This is probably, let's say, 2013, 2014. Does that help you out at all?
Is it really? I thought it was more modern.
No, you want to know how I know? Because searching photos, I'm like, oh, look, I'll pull this one up. It's my photo from my old website.
Oh wow!
So this is my photo. So that's somewhere in my collection.
Man, where are you guys falling on this? Because
Well, here's one that I got, and now this is someone gave this one to me, so I don't know. It's got the little dip. It's got a little squiggly at the end.
See, that looks. I don't know, man.
This one was TTM that was someone gave to me. I did not send this one, so.
I also looked at inscriptions on him, and his handwriting seemed to be very consistent between both. So the known IP stuff and the TTM stuff. He has that dash always next to the inscription. So that's you got that TTM.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I think that's legit.
But you know what? I was looking at him earlier, and that little chili dip you're talking about, I think kind of is the sign right there. I don't think he does that straight C on a couple of them.
But that show you the certified. He has a straight C on certified.
Hold on.
He does, but you know what? That is a small spot that
Check
he's
this
trying to
one
cram that in. It's
This
not
came
an
in-
8x10.
This was the same. Son of a gun. Hold on. This was the same TTN. Let me move it over. And it's just like.
So he wrote the C two different ways. On
Yeah.
the
Right.
same.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot. It's not something that's an age thing. He's just randomly does it.
So, but we came up with this on someone else, right? That
Yeah, John Sutton.
he signs one, and his wife signs one.
Yeah, who was
Who was that?
I don't remember. I think we should
Billy
just do a vote.
Crystal.
I think we should just do a vote and get this done.
No, Billy Crystal was.
He signed one, and then the other one was secretarial.
Yeah, it was
right?
Billy Crystal. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's do a vote. We're doing a vote. We're doing a vote. We're putting it down. All right. So Christopher Plummer. So we have definitely authentic, probably authentic, neutral, probably fake, definitely fake. Let's go with the one that you showed from 2013. That signature. That's what we're judging on. Because I think those are pretty consistent with the new ones.
The Sound of Music one?
Yeah, that one. So what are we voting? Let's go, Chase.
I'm gonna say probably authentic.
Okay, I like it. Boss.
Yeah, I'm gonna go probably authentic.
Okay. Stacy.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm kind of leaning toward neutral, but I'll go probably.
You can go neutral.
I don't know. I'll say probably.
Okay.
I think there's more evidence towards it being.
Let's go, Andy.
Just a quick question. I know this is a long time ago. How long did that take, though?
Oh God, I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't track
no.
that stuff.
No, but him doing fast coming back. I mean, that's a long signature. Like he's not short on it. So, I mean, if it came back in a week, I'd be a little scary of it. But I'm gonna say neutral. I just him. I don't really trust.
Okay, Mike.
See, if we're talking about this one, I think if you get the chili dip, I'm leaning towards probably authentic. The ones I'm scared of are the ones that don't have the chili dip or are not connected.
Yeah, I would be questionable on that one.
Like I know he has variations, but like when I'm done sharing my screen, saying if you still have your certifieds pulled up, like if you zoom in, even the ones that they almost look straight across, you can almost see like he attempted a little chili dip there.
No, that's the end of the.
See, that's on a card. That is like crammed in there.
Yeah.
Who says he signed those?
That's what year are these from?
Well, that one's
2019.
But
yeah, see, that has a little dippy.
A little
attempt at it.
It's at least down and connected.
Right.
The ones that scare me are the ones that obviously this one is we've
That
determined-
one is 100% signed by his wife,
Yeah.
because I actually studied his
Yeah.
wife's handwriting before this to see if I could find a match, and you found one.
yeah, but like this one, that one's authentic. The ones that aren't connected scare me a little bit.
Is she signing maybe when he's filming?
See, I don't think she's
Has he
signing
done
those.
Has he done anything recently?
I mean, he's animated stuff, right?
See, I don't like that one because you can actually see the T-O-P, like you see every letter in there.
Yeah. Like looks like they attempted the little chili dip, but again, it's not connected. Most of the stuff that I found that looked to be signed by him have the dip and at least are close to connected on most everything that's certified to, like chili dips connected.
He's
Yeah, the
still
CH
connected.
is there. It's all one
Right.
flow. It's not.
So I'm going to say most of his stuff is legit, but not 100% of the stuff that's coming out of his TTMs are signed by him.
Did we get Scott on this?
No.
Not
Okay.
yet.
I'll go probably.
Probably authentic. I'm gonna say probably authentic too, and I think that lends us at probably authentic with some caveats and some weird ones that we aren't counting in that. With the flat C, not the chili dip. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to fanatic feedback. And we had one question, and that's on Instagram, by the way. If you want to submit a question, just go to our Instagram page. So Jay Floric 12 asks, does anyone remember the first TTM they ever received? We get this one like every time. Mine was Larry Jansen, baseball player.
Mine was Ozzie Smith in '89. That's for TTM. Still got
Mr. T in second grade.
Mark Grace, 1991, I think.
It was
All right.
either John Alt or Jonathan Hayes in like 5th grade, a school project.
Is that everybody?
Oh, sorry, not me. One of the first I ever got TTM was John Kerry because it was a school project to send. We had to send to like senators and Congress would request like free stuff, and I was the only one that asked for a signed picture. But I just reached back there. I actually framed up the 2 TTMs I ever got. This is Jeff Gray. This is the first time sending to a stadium, and Dave Philly, which was the first time ever using the Jack Smalling address book.
Very cool.
And using a home address. So these are my 2. This is what caused me to become an addict.
The match
yeah.
that lit the fire.
Yes.
When's your first 4x4 going in a frame?
It's not even funny.
In his
All
wallet,
right?
man.
Yeah.
Man.
It's framed in his wallet.
Hey, yeah. How many can you fit in an 8x10? I can fit 20.
You guys want to make some money, make some 4x4 frames for Etsy.
Yeah.
And you have to buy them.
All right. I learned my lesson. All right.
I can't think.
You can't remember your first TTM? Okay.
I remember my first in person. It was Jim Kelly, but
Okay.
I at TTM.
We'll count Jim Kelly.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. So that's it for the questions. We're going to move on to the Reaper Report. This is a list of people who passed away in the last 2 weeks. First, we have Eddie Hassel, Herb Adderley, Billy Joe Schaefer. Is it Shaver? Anyway, he was a songwriter in country music. There's some pretty good stories about him. I heard pretty funny stuff. Sean Connery, James Randi, and Bill Mathis. We got promotions. Mike?
Keep up with us on graphersaa.com. I'm sure during our hiatus, somebody will be jumping online or posting something. We'll keep in touch with you guys. Obviously, Autographs for a Cure. Check out that as I continue to read through legal documents and update the site. And check out everyone's links on Graphers AA.
Yep, and I'm gonna make everybody a mod so everybody can post on that. So hopefully we'll keep it a little lively. Chase.
Chase and Eat, YouTube. I'm on Instagram. Got my Q&A Wednesdays going on, so check out my Q&A this week or all the other ones. Definitely go check out Autographs for a Cure, and that's it.
All right, Scott.
Reindeer Studios on YouTube and on the Instagram. And also, I'm going to say check out Autographs for a Cure.
Instagram, that autograph dude. Facebook communities, that autograph dude. Check out Autographs for a Cure, Bargain History,
Ooh.
Reindeer Studios, the Autograph Boss, or whatever's to get your Instagram fixed.
Just go to our website and click
I did get it
links.
fixed. I got it fixed before the show. Thank you.
Chasing
I
Ink.
had to create a new one.
And somebody make Andy a proper video how to crop video or crop photos.
Jeremy.
I'll take that.
So my Instagram, which I had to create because my old one was garbage and it disappeared, but it's at autograph boss at autograph boss 79. So that's the new Instagram, and it should be working. And Facebook page, which has been up for decades now, is the Autograph Boss.
Very
You
cool.
should have made it Autograph Boss 69. You might have got some more likes.
Yeah.
True.
Lost opportunity.
I don't, like I said, I just created this Instagram, so it's gonna take some time.
All of us
but-
old folks, dude. Instagram's
Anyways.
tough. It was hard for me to convert.
Yeah, it is.
So just check out Bargain History with me and check out shuffletrades.com. Send in your trades. And yeah, that's it. You take care. All of you autograph
Hey,
addicts.
I can't promote mine.
Did I leave Andy off?
Yeah,
Yep.
Go ahead, Andy.
I got nothing to promote.
Okay,
But
well,
thank
you can go check out Andy on
No,
YouTube.
no, check out, of course, Autographs for a Cure, and watch the podcast that you're watching right now. Just watch the back episodes because they're always fun to watch.
Yep.
And I'll check out Graphicheusets on Facebook. We haven't uploaded anything on that page in like 2 years, so you can check success from a few years ago. Check those out, and that's it.
Anyways, now you take care, all of you autograph addicts.